Today I'm trying out coloured pencils in ArtStudio Pro. Hi everyone, Steve Elliott here again. I thought I would try the pencil tool in ArtStudio Pro. I've used ArtStudio Pro before, pushing the wet brushes and the paint brushes, but I've never really tried the pencil tool because they've got this weird setup where you have to choose like a category first, then within that category there are a bunch of brushes or paint brushes or pencils. So this is a basic pencil, and I wanted to just try it out to see how it worked as a pencil, although I didn't go into try and shade in with it or anything like that. I just wanted to see how it performed drawing lines. So this is a bit of an experiment. I took one of the photos from my holiday last summer or late last summer to St. Ives, and I decided to just see what I could come up with drawing straight lines, no blending, just hatching and cross hatching and scribbling with that pencil, totally avoiding any sort of blending tools, airbrushes or anything like that. I just wanted to see what I could come up with. And this is really because I watched The Snowman at Christmas. And fantastic movie. It's just the artwork in it is breathtaking, really. And what I liked about it, what I found really refreshing was it was just cross-hatching, colour, blending colour, well, not blending colours, just laying coloured lines over coloured lines. When you see a lot of pencil drawings today, or coloured pencil drawings, there's a lot of blending going into that, and people are using different solvents to blend colours and things. And The Snowman, if you haven't seen it, check out the video. I think it's Raymond Briggs did the original book, and it's just very traditional colouring with pencils, sort of like you would get, when you buy like a cheap set of pencils from the corner shop and just draw with them, or when you're small kids, you don't think about blending or anything like that. So that's what inspired me to have a go at just not scribbling exactly, so perhaps a little bit more than scribbling, because I am trying hard to get something that represents something in particular, like a rock or a path, or sort of a crag in a rock, or a dark shadow and things. So I'm paying a lot of attention to that. But I'm just sort of laying the lines in the direction of the surface that those lines would be drawn on, if you know what I mean. And I'm continually changing the colour of the pencil all the time, going from browns to blues to yellows to red, getting in local colour. Okay, a lot of them bordering on dark grey, and a lot of the colours, there's not a lot of difference between the browns and the blues and what have you. But just by keep mixing it up all the time, this is what I was trying to do, and then going over it and then cross-hatching it with some brighter colours in places. So it was a really fun thing to do. Where I sketched it out roughly. As you can see the outline of the sketch, I did that very quickly, and then started to draw the rocks. And the more I did, the more I built up the shadows. I didn't work on one area and finish it completely and call it a day. As you can see, I'm working over the old thing all the time, adding colour, adding shadows, building that up bit by bit. Okay, I don't sort of finish the old thing and then start building up the colours. It's a kind of a gradual progression that sneaks up the page, really, where I sort of get the initial colours on, then I start to thicken it up, and then I find I've made a bit of a mistake there, which I had to kind of get out. And you can see I'm adding more colour there into the path, a bit more form into the path where it sort of dips away into the rocks. Now I'm going into the figure. Nothing too crazy. I'm not going mad, just sort of an indication of my friend Special K in there, just sort of sketching it in, getting those steps in. So I'm sort of adding the detail now, where the initial sketch was just sort of the rough shape. So I've got the proportion of everything reasonably correct. Obviously, I mean, if you look at the rocks on the right hand side, they're way higher than they are on the photograph, but it doesn't matter because it's a representation, isn't it? It's not meant to be an exact painting or anything. It's just me having a bit of fun with some coloured pencils, and I am chuffed how it came out, to be honest. I know I've done some coloured pencil work, but using the airbrush to kind of mimic those blending techniques that you see a lot of pencil artists using these days. But this one, I just wanted to do the hatching with the pencil and let the paper glow through, because I'd watched the Snowman at Christmas. And I think I could have kept going with this. It's sort of nearing the end now. I'm sort of putting that crockety old building that's sort of fallen down and decrepit in there. And I'll start to add the sky. I just cropped it a little bit there because somehow I'd moved the sketch a little bit, so it needed cropping. And then I'm going to put the sky in. And then once I've done that, that's kind of pretty much it. I do keep working over it and adding little bits of detail. There we go. There's the sky going in, a bit of cross hatching. About 3 different colours were put on top of that, not just one blue. And then I'm just strengthening up some more colours there, just adding final bits of sort of bright colours, just making it pop a little bit, adding some strong colour in the foreground, dark shadows, and just sort of making it a little bit more detail at the front, I guess, just sort of bring that forward. That's getting very close to the end of the sketch. As I say, I could have kept going with this for ages and ages. I don't think it is a finished piece, but I could have easily done a lot more on it. Anyway, that is my pencil sketch in ArtStudio Pro. I do like the pencils, by the way. Absolutely stonking. If you've enjoyed this video, big thumbs up as always. Much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I have lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. So hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye.